I'm Justin Pritchard, and in this video, it's Mercedes and Lexus in a split-screen showdown to answer the question, which one has the superior interior? Here are the contenders. First, the Mercedes CLA 250 4MATIC. We'll be calling that the CLA for short. After a week and nearly 2,000 kilometers at the wheel of this machine in and around Northern Ontario for a highway-heavy test drive, my overall assessment was that this machine is a great way to spoil yourself a little or a lot thanks to an authentic, high-end, highly calibrated driving feel dialed in, highly engaging tech laid out in an excellent-looking cabin, and all of that wrapped up in a delicious-looking outer shell, finished in that gorgeous red paint, and all served with your choice of high-end toppings. This looks good, inside and out, drives quite nicely, and while I noticed a few more safety system false alarms than I like at times, I did find the CLA to be one of those cars that demonstrates some extra thoughtfulness to its feature content touches and overall execution. Things like a springy trunk that jumps up and out of the way when you open it, or the concealed backup camera that pops out of the rear emblem and never needs cleaning, or the seats that can adjust their position slightly and continually as you drive to help improve blood flow. The thoughtful touches in the Lexus IS 300 all-wheel drive seem to have been directed more towards the driving experience. Based on how it feels and responds and communicates with the driver, the IS 300 all-wheel drive is one of the very best luxury sports sedans I've ever driven. This machine just feels so good at the tips of your fingers and toes, and the ride is consistently comfortable and easygoing on a wide range of surfaces. So you're looking at two beautiful driving machines that cost just a tick over 50,000 Canadian dollars, as I'm showing you here, and with what I'd call the more impressive drive going to the Lexus and the more impressive interior going to the Benz. So let's line things up split screen, and I'm using the best camera lenses I've got to give you all of the details here, so you can help decide between these two machines if you're considering both. The instrument clusters tell a good part of the story. In the Benz, it's all digital with vivid graphics, crisp animations, and a warm, high-quality, nearly sci-fi look to the forward display tech. In the Lexus, the instruments are nicely detailed and easy to read, giving drivers analog gauges with a computer readout in between. On wow factor though, I think it's got to be the Benz. If you prefer conventional gauges, it's the Lexus. Next to the Mercedes, the central command in the Lexus is looking fairly dated. The graphics on the big screen aren't as sharp or modern looking, and the Mercedes is the clear winner if you want your onboard display tech to look and respond like the high-end smartphone or tablet that you're using elsewhere throughout your day. If instead you want to take a break from being faced with bright screens while you drive, the Lexus will be a better pick. Both machines use a central command trackpad on the center console to help drivers manipulate the screen ahead. I prefer the Mercedes system, it's a little more straightforward and responsive. Here's me getting in and out of the Mercedes to show you how a 5'10", roughly 200-pound human might be accommodated sitting behind someone of the same size. And here's the same thing in the Lexus. Now, neither of these machines feels stretch-out roomy in the rear seat, but neither should cause any concern, especially on shorter trips. And here's some more up-close detail on the switches, controls, and interfaces in the Lexus, as well as the Mercedes, where I think you'll see again how the Benz connects nicely with a driver after something that feels new and fresh, with the Lexus being the better choice if you're after something a bit more understated. here's another look around from a few more angles. The best thing about the Mercedes interior? Probably the way that it lights up at night. This is just off the charts, and what a show this cabin gives you when the ambient lighting is working at full throttle. And the worst thing about the Mercedes interior? I'm definitely not a fan of the gear shift wand. And what about the Lexus? I think in here the best thing is that everything you can touch, click, twist, or pull feels so heavy and solid and quality, and the layout of the controls and interfaces feels more straightforward and easier to use. It's less modern looking and less complex. That may or may not be your cup of tea, or it might be a good way for you to focus more on how nicely this car drives than the onboard tech.
So I think in the Mercedes, the interior is more the star of the show, and especially if you're a fan of your screen time and high-end display devices. And while the Lexus's interior isn't quite as impressive to look at, I would say that car's secret weapon is how much attention they've paid to how it feels and drives. So which one's for you? Have you considered both of these machines? Did you buy one? What else should you and your fellow shoppers be considering if they're looking to spend around $50,000 on a car to spoil themselves with? Let me know down in the comments section below. My name's Justin Pritchard for Driving.ca. Take care and stay safe.